Hi, everybody. Professor Krausick here. One of the things that I've noticed over the last couple of weeks, as I've been grading your papers, is that there seems to be quite a bit of confusion regarding what is conversational writing versus academic writing. So, in other words, are you writing the way that you would speak, or are you writing academically? So, I thought I would take just a couple of minutes here to share with you some of the differences between conversational and academic writing. First of all, conversational uh, speaking and or writing conversationally is really just if you and I were to have a discussion. If we were to be sitting with our friends, if we'd be talking to our family members, this is going to be more casual by nature. Social media, this is going to be really how I'm speaking to you now, using your hands, really just kind of communicating, using the word like, kind of, or like. This is conversational. Face-to-face conversation, texting. We text conversationally. We speak this way in social gatherings. Proper grammar is not mandatory. It's not necessary. Half the time we can use our hands to try to come up with a word. We can use the wrong word. Doesn't matter. The person we're communicating with understands what we mean because we're talking to them just like we would any other day. Now, academic writing. This is the formal use of the English language. This is something that you would use in a professional or academic setting. This is going to be always used in writing, in essays, in presentations, a report that you might send to your boss. You would use academic writing or academic language in school, in a professional workplace, corporate workplace. If you were interviewing, this is a really good way to kind of draw a distinction between conversational and academic. Would you say this to somebody in an interview, somebody you've not met, and you know that they're going to make a first impression of you? Proper grammar is always required. And here at Colorado Christian University, we adhere to APA 7th edition. And so not only is proper grammar needed, but there needs to be proper sentence structure and citations and paragraph structure. So if you're not familiar with this, be sure to check out the different links that are within the course that can show you how to write and format your paper according to APA 7th edition. So I'm going to give a quick example here. So if the topic is communication, conversational, I'm just going to read this out. We need to communicate better with each other so that there are less disagreements and understandings between people. The author of the textbook says, communication in the workplace is important because it boosts employee morale, engagement, productivity, and satisfaction. And then we reference the author there. This would be very conversational. How do you know it's conversational? Well, you're saying we as if you and I are part of this conversation. We need to do something. We need to what? We need to communicate better. Why? Well, so there's less disagreements. And then the author is going to come along and say, yep, you need to do this because it makes people happier in the workplace. Now, take a look at this academic example. Good communication, same paragraph, but we're going to rewrite it academically. Good communication is essential to minimize miscommunications between individuals, especially in the workplace. See that? You can see that it says exactly what we set up above, but it's written academically. Campbell reinforces this statement and adds that good communication also boosts employee morale, engagement, productivity, and satisfaction. So what did I do here? I paraphrased. So I took whatever this author wrote and I paraphrased it to supplement what I actually had to say. So take a look at these two examples. Hopefully you can see some of the differences. You'll also see that I used third person. I'm telling the author what's happening versus including myself as if sharing a personal story. All right, just another quick thing here. So quick tips and tricks. What are some of the ways that you can check yourself before you submit a paper? So read the paper out loud. Proofreading is absolutely essential. Would I use this language to speak to a group of friends or to a family member? Or would I use this language to deliver a presentation or to conduct an interview? In most cases of academic writing, the writer would write in third person. So third person, what is that? That's going to be your she, your her, him, they, themselves, herself, hers, himself, his, themselves, theirs. One, if you're referring to somebody, you would say one might suggest, or it might be suggested to someone. That's how you would write in the third person. First person, this is just a sentence here. We should all get into the habit of writing academically, not conversationally. So I'm writing that as if it's a personal reflection. Whereas if I wrote it in the third person, it would be written like this: students in college should get into the habit of writing academically rather than conversationally. Hopefully this distinction makes sense, and it offers a little bit of clarity as you are moving forward. Thanks so much, everybody. Looking forward to continuing to read your posts and your threads and your papers in this class.